Hi there. Welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. We talked to Tobias, Mr. Greg Suss, as it were, last time. He mostly complained a lot, but, you know, that's our Greg, isn't it? I'm trying to figure out what to do, exactly. Do we present everything that we can present first, think about it? Let me just double check. I don't remember exactly what we did. Oh, yeah, okay, so we did present that, and then we presented the other thing. Did we present this? As a detective, what do you make of this? Oh, wait, yeah, no. Well, no, I don't think we did present some stuff, didn't we? You didn't have any particular thoughts on this stuff. Right. Fucking... Okay, let's go back to the experimentation stage. See if Gina, maybe? We already talked to... I mean, we obviously talked to Gina, I remember, obviously. Did we show this to her? Yeah, I guess so. And then there was the green cloth. Did we show this? Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Okay, well, I know we examined everything and, you know, picked up everything that we could pick up. So, I don't know, maybe we'll go back to Hairbrain. Oh, fuck, he's gone. Holy shit, they killed him. Strongheart? Nah, okay. What about the maybe we need to regroup back at Sholmes' place. Huh. No, I suppose that's not it. What about Naruhodo's legal consultancy? Maybe? Aha! See, look at that. You know, sometimes it's good to regroup back at the, you know, back at the ranch. Or, was there something to do? Yeah, maybe we should talk to her. What do we do? I don't know. Also, I wonder if Iris has any opinion on the shovels versus spades, you know, debate that Cesato and I like to get into. The office spade. Now that Mrs. Otto's gone, the shovel is not represented to correct me. Yeah, fuck Mrs. Otto. Fuck her. I don't mean that, Cesato. Please, come back to me. I'm so lonely. Even if you are wrong about fucking shovels and spades. Maybe I'll have to do it myself. It's not a spade, Mr. Naruhodo. It's a shovel. Ah, so you're a spader, are you, Bruno? What? You want to battle it out? Alright, I'm not gonna argue with a native English speaker who has some kind of gun. Fair? Okay, that's fair. I guess Naruhodo's lonely too. He has to argue with himself. The kettle's gently simmering away there on the top of the stove as usual. It was kind of Mrs. Otto to send that Japanese tea. You really like it, don't you, Iris? But for me, it's the sound of the stove and the burbling kettle I like the most. On bitter winter mornings. Or biting winter mornings. And it feels even cozier in here when the delightful Iris pours the tea for me. I really couldn't manage without that wonderful young girl. Oh, Bruno, it's so sweet of you to say so. Stop fucking putting words in my mouth, please, Iris. Come on. It's embarrassing. Mrs. Otto's tea said that she left here with me. I still think green tea is just too bitter, though. Thank goodness for sugar and milk. Boy, bro, same. I'm all about that sugar and milk life. Well, mostly the sugar. Milk can be a nice ingredient for liquids, but I'm not just going to drink milk by itself, you know? Mr. Sholmes certainly wasn't expecting the acrid taste that one time. I mean, green tea's not that bad. Or at least maybe I haven't had real green tea. Like, even I don't mind it that much. I mean, then again, I'm guessing like the stuff you buy in stores and the like is probably already sweetened as well. Not like pure green tea, but you know. I never heard anyone let out a scream like that before, or seen anyone fall down the stairs quite like that either. It always brings a smile to my lips when I'm feeling a little down. Yes, I, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, I take pleasure in Sholmes's pain. Ah, well. Do you know what that reminds me of? Please don't tell me a puzzle. The day I gave you some black coffee when you weren't expecting it. You fell all the way down the stairs as well, didn't you, Runo? Okay, well, Sholmes making a fool out of himself, expected, humorous, hilarious even. Me, it's a tragedy. It's a shame. It's a time for mourning. Okay. Yes. Do you think we could try to forget that, please, Iris? That doesn't bring a smile to my lips at all. Man, see, that's why I like examining random shit, even if it's not especially relevant. You get lots of fun, exchanges. It's Mrs. Zatu's desk. I suppose it won't get used now that she's gone back to Japan. I'll just have to wait immediately. For its old friend to return. Even now, I sometimes find myself pouring a cup of tea for Susie by mistake. That's why I sometimes find a steaming cup on her desk there. It shocks me every time. It's just one of your pranks, I see. It's no prank. I miss her. Yeah, see, that's fair. Everyone misses Susato. She's based. I mean, I'm Susato-pilled, aren't you? Now, at first glance, my desk here might as well look as if it's in a mess. However, it's not in a mess at all. Everything is exactly what I want it to be. Bro, that's the excuse I use for, like, my general life. And, I mean, it's true to some extent, but also, you know, I don't always remember where everything is. But whenever Miss Susato looked at it, she'd put her hands on her hip and say, "Oh dear. Oh, bother." Her way of saying that I should make it a more orderly and neat mess. I miss that. You sound just like Hurley, you know. He says the same about his mess. It's a kind of logic that transcends international borders, obviously. Or laziness. I mean, if we're being honest. I don't know. Like, obviously, being organized and tidy is nice, but it's like a question of, do you want to put in the extra work to know where things are, like, at all times? Or do you want to get by on mostly knowing where things are without having to put that extra time into it, you know? It's my Dharma doll that I still haven't filled in the other eye for. Ah, yes. The Dharma doll I brought with me from Japan. I always intended to color in the other eye once I'd become a fully fledged lawyer. But it's still winking at me. Like it's trying to say, I can wait. Take as long as you need. Or maybe not. I'll just have to keep on doing the best I can, I suppose. I could color it in for you, Runo. Just that one eye, is it? No. It's... it needs to be done with a little bit of ceremony, Iris. It's not just a toy for coloring in, you know. Aren't they, though? Oh, maybe I missed some... I'm sure they have some meaning, but... I kind of thought they were more like, you know... artifact. Not artifact, but, you know, they're like... Well, closer to toys than, like, serious business. Oh, look at the prawns and the anemones gently swaying around the tank. Oh, wow, you added some anemones to your fucking, aquarium. Good on you, Ryunosuke. You'll be a real fucking, seaman one day. Regular cleaning, some food, and fresh seawater is all they need. And some conversation, of course. Also, some music would also be nice for this area, but whatever. I guess my impeccable voice acting will have to carry it. It seemed like a lot of effort at first, but it was worth it. I'm starting to be able to tell what they're thinking. Funny to think that so many people in London had aquariums like this once, when they were in vogue. You would never expect to find sea anemones in the middle of the capital. I think I'll have to name them soon. Oh no! Runo's disappeared! What? Ah, I expect he's been eaten by Hurley. I think I'd prefer it if you used your imagination more when naming the sea life. Oh, that's cute though. She names the sea life after us. because she loves us. Oh, I never did see what Mrs. Otto's room looks like. Maybe I could just barge right in there and get the straight poop. I could go in now, of course, but I don't dare. They say a young maiden's private chamber is a place of bittersweet secrets. Though I'm pretty sure that's just Suzato. You know. At least her lessons are sticking with you, Naruhodo. Although from the laughter I used to hear when you would visit, I imagine it's mainly sweet. Oh, we used to have such fun in Susie's room. She told me all sorts of interesting things about your country, you know. Oh, I thought I was going to go somewhere else. I thought there was going to be some follow-up, but I guess not. Okay, maybe you can tell me where to go, what I can do, Iris. You're smart. You're a smart 10-year-old. Oh, I'm so excited about the prospect of Naruhodo's Anything Consultancy opening for business again. It's the legal consultancy. We are a talent agency. That's not something we do for another 100-ish years. It's not what it's called. It's Naruhodo's legal consultancy. I've done a lot of studying in these past 6 months, reading law texts and judicial precedents. I'm sure I'm a better lawyer now. I can't wait to start practicing again. Yeah, it's like when fucking Goku spent, the trip to Namek training, and stuff. His power level went through the roof. Nothing's changed in here at all, though, has it? It's as though time has stood still in here since Susie went back to Japan. You don't gotta fucking rub it in. I wanted to keep it ready for Mrs. Otto, in case she was able to return to Britain at any point. Aw. So I've just left everything the way it was. Oh, I see. Right. And that was me thinking it's because of the way you are, Runo. What's that supposed to mean? You know, never bothering to tidy up, I mean. Iris. This isn't the time or the place to bring up my tidiness. Or lack of it. Why didn't you tell me where to go? God. What are you good for, Iris? You're no Suzato, god damn it. Okay, well I checked all the places that we can go. So maybe there's something else we're supposed to do with the experimentation stage that I didn't pick up on the first time. Did we examine everything that can be examined here, is what I want to know. Because, I mean, Gregson told us to, like, fuck off, basically, but I don't know if he, like, if that meant, like, go somewhere else, or... Wait, what's that? Shit, we never examined these dudes, did we? In good detail. Fuck. Could've saved myself some time and fucking effort. Or not effort, really. Could've saved myself some time. Oh, that's where the cove ended up, after his instant kinesis, or whatever they call it. Dead, of course. And yet they're calling the experiment a success. What's the wooden scaffold there for? The coppers, our lads, set that up after the incident happened. Our lads, she calls them. To get the body down, I think. Don't know, really. Didn't you help to erect the scaffold, then? Nah. Look out, duty's more my thing. Wandering around the exhibition and keeping a lookout for the fun stuff. Fine, Gregson doesn't hear you saying that, or he'll give you the boot. It's incredible, though, isn't it? I mean, could the victim really have bridged that gap by some sort of invisible kinesis? Maybe. I don't fucking know. Also, yeah, that was like the one thing we needed to do, so I didn't have to go back to Naruhodo, my fucking consultancy, at all. But, I don't care. Like I said, I like examining things and, getting that interesting, fun character dialogue. And, for example, I would never have known that Ryanosuke started growing anemones, or that Iris and Susie hung out in Susie's room and stuff, or the shovel and spade debate, and also the fact that Ryanosuke still misses Suzato. Anyway, Bruno, listen. What is it? I've been thinking. A dangerous pastime, I know. Haley might know something, mightn't he? About what, exactly? About Mr. Reaper. About what happened to Lord Van Zykes, you mean? Because it sounds like something very significant occurred after he graduated from university. And it does seem like Barak and Herlock are at least, slightly acquainted with one another. Something that completely changed his life. Well, maybe, but I have no idea where to find Mr. Sholmes at the moment. He's in the middle of some big case, isn't he? Here, this is what you need. What's this? What's this? What's this? Some kind of entrance ticket? Madame to Spells. Is this, supposed to, mean something to me? You don't know it? It's the most popular attraction in London at the moment. It's very close to Baker Street, actually. We could go now if you like. No. You don't have time for visiting attractions today, Iris. We have a big trial tomorrow. But that's where Hurley is. What? At this popular London attraction? Yes. How is it you know where he is? You didn't tell me. Well, until I asked, I guess. Hurley told me, but he told me to keep it a secret from you, Bruno. Oh. Of course he would. Madame to Spells. I don't see how it could be related to this case we're investigating here, but then, stranger things have happened. When they happen, Mr. Sholmes is usually at the heart of them. Okay, well, at least we know where to head out from here. It's been good seeing you, Gina. Try not to steal things while you're at it. A museum of interesting waxwork exhibits not far from Baker Street. It's become a very popular London attraction in recent years. Well, I'll be the judge of how fucking popular it is. Madame Tuspel's Museum of Waxworks. So, like, wax statues? Oh. Oh. Quite the gruesome sight. Quite the spooky music, too. Oh, jeez. What is this place? Look at all these terrifying scenes. But why are all the people so still? Guillotines, ruthless murderers. I know what I'll be dreaming about tonight. And this fish sure scares easily, doesn't he? First he was all scared of, like, aliens coming in. They're all wax models. They're amazingly realistic, aren't they? Yeah, it's like the House of Wax up in here. What do you think, Rono? Shocked? Wax models? Okay, I don't see how the revelation of the wax models makes them more scary. I read about dead bodies and wax once in a magazine about strange phenomena. Depending on how corpses are kept after death, parts of them can turn to wax, apparently. It's called Adipoceras. Oh yeah, that is a thing, isn't it? Like, I've heard of that before. I don't think that relates to these wax statues, though, isn't it? I mean, yeah, I think it's like, it's like part of decomposition, depending on how you keep the bodies and such. Like, well, pretty much like what he said. I don't see why I felt the need to repeat it, but I'm just saying I've heard of it. It's a real thing. Stop talking about creepy things like that, Bruno. You're scaring me. Anyway, I don't. God damn, Ryunosuke, calm the fuck down, my dude. I thought Apollo needed to chill, but maybe you need to fucking chill. Anyway, adipocere, I don't know how you pronounce it, doesn't form readily, you know. It's only in very specific... What now? I've just remembered something else I read in another magazine about strange phenomena. Maybe you need to stop fucking reading magazine about strange phenomena, Ryunosuke. Come on. There was an old lady, maybe a witch, who used to pour molten wax over corpses and put them on display. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was like the House of Wax. None of the exhibits in here are real. They're all entirely man-made replicas. They can't be. Do you really expect me to believe that? Just look at them. Oh. There's no way anybody can make models of people that are this realistic. Oh, but I was not expecting. I know, I should, right? You know, whenever Herlock is around, you should expect him to appear in strange and unforeseeable ways, but I saw this part of the exhibit first, and I didn't see Herlock there. So when, like, the camera panned slowly on Herlock, just fucking doing a flex or whatever, it kind of... It got me, what can I say? You got me again, Herlock. You find new and interesting ways to make me question your grip on reality. Though, to be honest, you probably would have fit in better in the general aesthetic if you were wearing your normal outfit, not the Mitsune-inspired ensemble. And there are all such gruesome scenes. Wait. What is it? Oh, no, I must be seeing things. Bro, you can't just be like, oh, just look at Herlock and be like, I'm just seeing things. Bro, look at this man! Look at this motherfucker! Also, he's got a nice, decent definition in his arms, but regardless. Jesus. Okay, well, there's no one to talk to, and I don't want to just go straight to Herlock right away, because apparently Ryunosuke's about to have a fucking panic attack about these damn wax exhibits. Is this some infamous murderer? Yes, called Jane the Ripper. All her victims were young women. Dude, it's like Jack the Ripper, but hot. I knew it. You can tell by the way she's holding that knife. Sure sign of a murderer. I mean, yeah, most people don't hold knives in like a downward motion unless they're like unless they're about to stab an apple or something, maybe. Well, yes. Ah! What's the matter, Bruno? I've worked it out. I know what she's doing. She's trying to fill that bathtub with blood so she can have a soak in her victim's gore. That's I'm pretty sure it's Elizabeth Bathory, not Jane the Ripper. Not according to the information about the exhibit on the little board there. It doesn't mention anything about the bathtub, so I don't know why they portrayed it as part of the exhibit. Really? Sorry, I don't think it's significant. I still think it has to be there for a reason. Okay, so let's see. Also, is that like I guess that exhibit that's someone dropped? What's that about? That big heavy curtain is in a very prominent position, isn't it? I have a nasty feeling there's going to be something truly terrifying behind it. Oh yes, that's the famous Tespel special exhibit. It depicts one of England's most notorious killers. Do you want to pay the extra fee and have a look? Pay more money? To be even more terrified? Oh, let me think about that for a moment. It was only a suggestion. Didn't know you're such a fucking pussy, Bruno. I'm curious about that, but... What's this? Oh. Can I, like, look at what this is? Yeah, that area, thank you. These models are so well made. I can't tell what's a waxwork and what's a real human. Or maybe all the exhibits are real people. And when it's closing time and all the visitors have gone home, they suddenly start moving about. What is this, the fucking, the After Hours? That episode of The Twilight Zone? Just thinking about me makes me wish it was closing time already, and I was on my way home. Yeah, what are these dudes? What scene are those? Are they replicating? This looks more like Jack the Ripper. I wonder if there's like a Jane and a Jack. Nothing particular. Maybe nothing particular of note. Yeah, this. Ugh. Is this an example of Western Tsujigiri? I don't know what Tsujigiri is. Yeah, exactly. Me and Iris are akin on that one. I don't know what that is. You know, when an unscrupulous samurai randomly attacks a passerby to test his sword. I still don't know. No. But actually, a waxwork samurai would probably be hugely popular. Could you model it, do you think, Runo? Doing that Tsujigiri thing you mentioned. Well, I do have a sword, but I have no intention of testing how sharp it is on a human subject. For now, at least. As if you were, like... was there a time when you were going to consider it? Okay, okay, now I'll click on this, because I'm curious. Is this an arm? What does it fucking look like to you? It looks like an arm, doesn't it? Maybe one of the waxwork models has fallen over. You don't think it could be work of one of the mass murderers in here, do you? Runo! Stop scaring me! Is it a wax arm? Or a real one? Come on! You're always pointing that finger of yours in court. Poke that arm now and see how it feels. Objection! Okay. Now I need to have a chat with Herlock and see what he's what's on his mind. Okay, well, and then maybe we'll have to wrap things up. It's the great detective, Mr. Herlock Sholmes. Mr. Sholmes has his own wax statue in here? Really? Well, he is world famous after all. It's an uncanny resemblance, isn't it? It makes my skin crawl to look at it. I know. But look, Runo, he can kick this Hurley, and he doesn't move a muscle. Oh. Look at fucking Herlock in the back. You can't go around kicking the exhibits, Iris. Wait. It just moves, I'm sure. And not just a little bit either. Huh? Really? Did it? How about he's blinking now? And look closely. There are beads of sweat on the face of this waxwork model. Shall we move on, Iris? Over there, look! There's a great murder scene to enjoy. What? Oh, fuck. Also, hey, he got his own unique voice clip. I think it's I think he might have had one before, but he normally doesn't use those, so gotta hear his voice. My dear fellow, I take exception to your recording in such a manner, as if you've seen something truly abhorrent. Mr. Sholmes! I knew it. Iris, what possessed you? I strictly forbade you from divulging my temporary waxwork secret to Mr. Naruhodo. Temporary waxwork? What do you mean? And that kick? Could you not have exercised a little more restraint? You winded me. But Runo has something he needs to ask you. Ah, a question. And I thought you'd probably be getting bored too. So here we are. Well, I can't deny that your timing was impeccable. A mere 2 minutes more being stationary like that, and my great prey, upon which all my success has been built, would have turned to wax. Thank goodness we arrived in time. Indeed. In many ways, the pair of you just saved the world from an unimaginable loss. Oh, Hurley, you do like to talk nonsense, don't you? He could know something, it's true, about Lord Van Zykes and what happened in the past to change him. Now that you're here, let's take our time. How can I be of assistance? Well, you're in luck. I'm certainly quite taken with the idea of conversing. Oh, well, actually, I'm in quite a hurry. And if my eyes don't deceive me, I believe something is afoot within the walls of this very museum. A most fascinating case, if I'm not mistaken. Really? Moreover, I have a strong suspicion that it is related to the matter about which you've come to me now. But how could it be? We shall speak again presently, my dear fellow. But for now, I must return to my work. But, bro, you can't just leave. I thought I was gonna ask you about something. Yeah. What, back to being a temporary waxwork exhibit? Oh, okay, now we can talk. I thought he was gonna go back in the background. We had to do something else. But okay, yeah. So we figured out that Herlock is not in fact a wax statue, and is a real boy. And I think leaving him in this pose is like the best way to end this episode for today. Again, I could have progressed a little bit further had I just double checked what I had examined and not examined, but it's not the end of the world, you know? And you sure are pale, aren't you, Herlock? I never quite noticed seeing your chest in that way, but, you know. Anyway, in the next episode, we'll chat with Herlock, see what he's up to in regards to all this stuff, and also how whatever's going on with the museum that might relate to the case at hand. But until then, I'll see you around.